The rippling effect of the coronavirus pandemic on businesses linger on in spite of the easing of restrictions. Most businesses are experiencing a decline in sales, and headquarters, popularly known as Kaya, have not been left out. Some of them say their daily incomes have dropped drastically because most of their customers who were regular visitors to the markets are staying away for fear of contracting the virus. Joynews' Agape Kwenu has been speaking to one of them, Rukaya, on life after the lockdown. Her report read to you.
Feature, and then the room that I'm staying, you have to pay the money for.
Rukia Abdullahi has been a head porter or kayayo at the Agbibloshi market for 5 years since she left her hometown of Tumu in the Upper West region for Accra. She tells me she came in search of a job that would earn her enough to enable her continue her secondary education. Before the coronavirus pandemic hit the country, she and her peers were earning as much as 30 cedis a day. All of that changed after the lockdown was lifted.
I went to my friend and I asked him, I said, me too, I want to follow you people and go to Accra. That, oh, when you go there, after Accra there, when you go, you get the money. And I said, okay. Then I will follow my colleagues and go to Accra. First, I can get maybe one day 30 cedi. Or if it depends how the market is, maybe like my Thursday and then Monday today, my customers will come, I can get money maybe like 40 cedi or 30 cedi. Lowest is 30 cedi.
Our daily income has dropped from an average of 30 cedis. There are hardly customers these days in the market. The situation, she says, has brought untold hardship on her and her colleagues. Rukia, who has a young child, tells me she's unable to pay her rent of 10 cedis daily for a room she shares with 4 other girls.
Because of this thing, they say COVID-19 and then the customers are not coming again. Even I have some customers from the Nigerian people. They used to come and buy, and then I would carry to machine and I ground. When I do so, they can give me 50 cedi. Last week, Saturday, I get 15 cedi, and then I have a chair. And then the room that I'm staying, you have to pay the money for. A week is 50 cedi. I call my colleagues that then we should pay the landlord. If we didn't pay, I don't think this man will.
Observing the protocols where she lives is almost impossible, but she says they make an effort to comply.
You can see some little room, but small, and then we can be even 7, 8. So we have to maybe distance small before, because now the people we are not playing inside the room. So if you put your mat here, another patient will put your own here. So and then the allowance will be there. Ask me like this. I bought a nose mask and then I have a sanitizer in my packet. The Veronica containers too, I think we give us some at the market side, but we are not taking this thing. Sometimes you can go and carry things and come and take a food, you not even wash your hand. But normally I told them that it's your own help that you are going to help yourself.
During the lockdown, Rukia and many of her colleagues had support coming in from benevolent organizations. She's appealing to government to make good on its promises to address their plight.
Now, how some people that they help me here, I can mention their name. I have their links here. Those people helped me during the lockdown, me and my colleagues. They normally give us some small rice, and then tomatoes. One will collect, each one room will collect 1 rice, and then for the oil and then the tomatoes, and then we'll together and cook the food and take it. When we eat, we'll put it small down, small time we'll take it again and eat. The government have to find work to we Kayayo, like I can say me like this, if they give me some small money, I can do a business small. And she even promised that she will build the hostels to us. I don't see anything up to now. You see, as the station there, my colleagues they are even sleeping outside there. Due to that, they are raping them.
Lost Zile Initiative Ghana targets headquarters on the streets of Accra and other youth in the northern parts of Ghana. Founder of the group, Tani Agana, joins me on the line for a conversation. Agana, thanks so much for your time. What support has your organization offered these headquarters so far?
Thank you so much for having me tonight. So far, because of COVID-19, most of them don't make enough money. So what we are doing, so in partnership with other organizations, we are supporting 200 KIAs. So we have KIAs in Tama Station and KIAs in Medina. So we support them, we give them uncooked food. During the lockdown, we started it during the lockdown, so we provide them uncooked food. Because they live in groups, they were able to cook and then eat together and all. So we provide them rice, beans, gari, oil, and other things. And UNFPA too has been one of our partners, and they've been supporting them with food and also dignity kits that support them, because right now they are not making enough to support their livelihood. Because of COVID-19, from all indication, you realize that about 30% of them have returned home because they were scared and all. But we still have majority of them being in the south, still working in Accra and Kumasi. And so for my organization, what we basically do is to support them. We believe that if you're able to develop the north, that's when girls can stay in the north, work in the north, and then achieve their educational aspiration and career goals. So what we basically do we also in the north. So currently we have about 35 girls that went home. Some of them, because of the lockdown, they went home. Others, we convinced them to go back home before COVID-19. And so what these girls do, we engage them with entrepreneurship education. So what we do is they look at their environment. What are the things that they can do to earn an income so they can stay in the north? Some of them go to school and then they come back and do the items and send it to us. If you know, the north is, we have the raw materials for shea butter in the north. So these girls growing up, you learn how to make shea butter. So they already know how to make shea butter. They can weave baskets. They can weave smoked fabric and all. So what we do is we engage them in these products. And then when they go to school, they come and do it. Others who are learning skill training. But at the same time, we have KIAs who just want to go to school like myself. They just want to go to school. I was a KIA before I had a scholarship to Accra University. And so we have others like myself who still want to go to school. So we are looking at other scholarship opportunities that these girls can benefit from. So that's basically what we do. We train and support them to create a source of income in the north so they can live, go to school, and also develop their educational aspiration as well.
Tani, that's a very good initiative. But in your own conviction, would you say enough has been done for these girls?
I believe enough, and I think enough has been done. However, I think it has not been done the right way, right? So I think enough has been done. Looking at, from research, you realize that a lot of organizations and government initiatives and other things has been done in the north. However, it has not been done properly. So that brings me to the question, why have these initiatives not been? Why don't we see the impact? So we realize that the organizations, what they do is they don't engage, they lack multi-level engagement. They don't engage these girls before they bring the model. So they sit in their office, majority of them, and then they think, I think a KIA will like sewing. So therefore, we are doing a training for KIAs, and we are going to provide them sewing machines after, right? So these girls are not engaged in the solution, right? They don't ask them what they want, but rather they bring the idea to them. Let's take me, for example. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to have a university education. My mother wanted me to have a university education. So if you had brought an initiative like sew training, let's say you are teaching me how to sew, and at the end you will give me a sewing machine, I will join because I know I don't make enough to buy a sewing machine. And even if I go through the program, at the end of the day, you'll give me the sewing machine. I can sell the sewing machine or give it to any of my family members to benefit from it. So when I go through the program, at the end of the day, you give me the machine. And your hope is that I'll go back to the north and use it. Yeah. But that's not what I wanted. Yeah. So what I will do is I will take the machine home, and then what I will do is I will keep it there and come back.
So you are saying that the initiative or the help must be targeted. It must really go to the people who need them, because if you give it to those who don't need it. But what do you want from government?
What I think what I would say is that, so currently what we are doing is, I've partnered with other organizations. We are doing a coalition where we support the girls during, before, and after. Even before they make the decision to come here, during when they are here, and after when they make a decision to go. So I'll be calling on organizations that work with KIA so we can come together and work towards it. For government, I think we should focus on in the north. What I'm thinking is that we need to build incubators, not just centers for them, not just vocational training. We should go beyond vocational training.
I'm grateful for your time. Tenny Agana is the founder of Lozele Initiative, and she's been helping porters on the streets, popularly known as KIA. Now, top